So this is the Thule Urban Glide 3, and this is the UPPAbaby Ridge. This is a very challenging decision. I don't admire you at all if you're trying to decide between these two running strollers. So let me go through some of the differences. Number one, just now that I'm sort of touching the strollers, you can see that the handlebar has this sort of ergonomic shape, which I really like. There is just a regular foam handlebar on this. The way you adjust the handlebars by pushing these up and down, and these have the button on the interior. Use your thumbs. They also both have handbrakes. This is a more traditional handbrake, and this is one of these sort of Thule twist and sort of make it happen type of a handbrake. So those are the sort of what you feel when you are up top with your stroller. While we're up top, let's take a look at the peekaboo windows. Why is a peekaboo window important? Because if you're running with your baby, you're kind of curious to know if they're happy or not when you're doing your runs or your races or your walking, etc. So up here, there is a vented canopy on the top, and also over here, unzip here, another vented canopy. So the two vented canopies. For the Thule Urban Glide 3, they updated the canopy to make it even deeper and longer. So what you'll do is you'll unzip, and there you go. You can also have a nice big vented canopy on the top over here, and also in the front here there's more of a kind of like a plastic coated top. So there's so you can see, but there's more like weather protection with the top canopy. So they both have two canopies. They're just a little bit different. But you can see I'm in this gravelly position, and this is why you get a running or all-terrain stroller, because even though it's over this kind of like not even terrain, you can still push really, really nicely because they both have 16-inch wheels on the back and a 12-inch wheel on the front. Speaking of wheels, there are disc brakes on the Ridge, and these are puncture-proof. There's no inner tube. Whereas Thule has a very high quality inner tube, and it's debatable whether the inner tube or non-inner tube is the better situation for going around with your baby, but they both push really, really nicely. In terms of folding down the strollers, let me show you how these work. In terms of the Thule Urban Glide 3, you should also know that you can take out this little calf rest support, and now when your baby's little, they can have their legs spread out. And then you just close this down, and it's back to the normal position. Now let's talk about the fold. So to fold down the Urban Glide 3, it actually stands on its own. It's really cool. So the first step you do is there are little buttons on the side, and you fold them down all the way towards you. And then you just open up right here. There's a little secret compartment, 1 to 2, 1, twist 2, and you just gently fold it down. And you see, stands on its own, super cool, pops into your car. Oh, by the way, it's actually lighter. This is 26.2 pounds, and the Ridge is 29.2 pounds. So it's actually 3 pounds lighter on the Urban Glide 3 than the Ridge. Now let's just open it back up. So to open it back up, what you do is just open this little latch on the left, pop, and you're back open. Okay, so in terms of folding down the Ridge, also very similar. You don't have to fold down the handlebar, but what you do is you also compartment, you squeeze the little button, you squeeze and you fold, and it folds down. But again, 3 pounds heavier, so it's heavier. Also, there's no latch, so you may be looking for that. All you do is right here on the handlebar, you turn that again, and you lift, and you have it open back up. Now, in terms of the brakes, there are foot brakes and there are handlebars. So for your foot brakes, you have a new brake on the Urban Glide 3, 1, 2, really easy. And on the Ridge, it's a red on, green off, etc. So both like flip-flop friendly brakes, etc. But in terms of the hand brakes, they're different. So the Ridge has a pretty traditional brake. For going downhill, for slowing down the momentum, you're going to run, you'll grab onto that handlebar, that brake, and you'll slow down the motion of the stroller. But with the cool thing about the Urban Glide 3 is that it has this like kind of very cool brake. It's integrated right here to the handlebar. Again, nice ergonomic hands, an ergonomic braking system. So you don't have to like grab with your right hand. It's ambidextrous. So whether it's your right arm or your left arm, you just turn and you squeeze and you are good to go. So it's very easy to brake. Now, in terms of sort of newborn compatibility, they're both have the ability to be newborn compatible. Note, we do not run with our babies. Their neck muscles are developing. It's not safe to run with a little tiny newborn baby. You should wait till at least 5 or 6 months old. Check the instruction manual of any stroller that you have, or even better yet, always check with your pediatrician before you start actually running with your baby. But these are both great for running strollers. In terms of the front wheels, the Thule has the ability for the wheel to face out or face in. You may want it in if you're just having sort of like all-terrain walking, and out if you're doing more traditional racing or running. So you just turn this knob and you can see it can either face in, or you turn that knob again to the unlock position, turn it, lock it, and it faces out. In terms of the ridge, you push this little button and the wheel goes on the interior, so it goes inside. So it's a little bit shorter, so not longer for running. But then you just push that again, very easy, and you're unlocked again. You can both use these with car seat adapters to be able to use your infant car seats with this. You don't want your baby in an infant car seat too long. So the good news is that you could get a bassinet for either the Ridge or the Thule Urban Glide 3. Note, the same bassinet that you'd have for a Vista, or the one that works for the Cruise, also works with the Ridge. So that's that same bassinet. So if your sister-in-law has like a bassinet that they're not using with their Vista anymore in their garage, you could use it, get adapters for the Ridge, and you can use it with the Ridge. They both have enclosed baskets, which is also a really cool thing. What you'll do is you'll just lift this up, take your things out, and in here there's Velcro, really easy to just access the stuff in the back. There's also additional storage with a zipper here, and there's also extra storage in terms of that little storage area on the back of the Thule Urban Glide 3, and I have this locked, so it feels not so maneuverable, but now it is unlocked and it's very maneuverable again. Now, it's really important about that swiveling front wheel. If you're searching for a running stroller, you don't want to get one with a fixed wheel. You want it to be swiveling because you're not only going to use this for running, this is also going to be for all-terraining or even for city walking. If you just want to go through the aisles of your local pharmacy or your local shop, the nice thing about these strollers is really it's one finger pushing, really, really easy to push around. If you have more comments about the Thule Urban Glide 3 or the UPPAbaby Ridge, please drop a comment below, or you can follow me on Instagram and you can DM me there. And if you want to see more videos like these, please subscribe to Magic Bean's videos today. I'll see you in another video.